Hello, everyone. Virgo, welcome to your love reading for today. This is a collective reading, which means not every single message that comes through is going to apply to every single person watching. So please, as always, take what resonates with you, take what speaks to your soul and your situation, and gently release the rest back to the universe. Let it find whoever it was meant for. Now, before we even get into what Spirit is sharing today, I need you to prepare yourself. Because what is coming through for this collective right now is something I did not expect to feel with this level of urgency. And I want you to be ready for it. I want you to be open for it. Because if this reading is finding you today, if something guided you here at this specific moment, it is not an accident. It never is. Please, what do we need to know today? What is Spirit sharing with the collective? Oh, oh, wow. Okay. Someone is reaching out to you out of the blue, out of nowhere, from a direction you were absolutely not looking in. And I am talking about the kind of out of the blue that makes your heart stop for a second when you see the name on your screen, because this is someone you were not expecting to hear from, not today. Maybe not ever again, depending on where things have been between you. But Spirit is saying, get ready, because that text is coming. That call is coming. That message that makes your phone light up at a moment you were not prepared for it is on its way. Let's see what else is coming in for this reading today. Please, what do we need to hear? The energy around this contact, around this out of the blue reaching, has a very specific quality to it that I want to speak about before anything else. Because this is not someone picking up their phone on a whim. This is not a casual, oh, I was just thinking about you kind of reaching out. Oh no. What I am feeling here is something that has been building for a long time. Something that this person has been sitting with, turning over and over in the quiet moments, in the middle of the night, in the spaces of their day where the busyness drops away and what remains is simply the truth of what they feel. And the truth of what they feel has finally gotten loud enough that they cannot keep it to themselves anymore. And for some of you watching today, oh my goodness, this person is someone from your past, someone who went quiet on you, someone who created distance without explanation, who disappeared in a way that left you with more questions than answers, who you eventually stopped expecting to hear from because the waiting became too expensive. And yet here they are, right? Here they are, preparing to reach out, preparing to break the silence they created because something shifted in them. Something changed. And Spirit wants you to know what that something is today. Soft sigh. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what does Spirit need us to hear about this person and why they are reaching out now? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is so significant, guys, because what I am feeling is that this person has gone through something. Not something small, something that shook them, something that rearranged their interior life in a way that the comfortable, managed, keeping their distance version of themselves could not survive intact. And what came out the other side of that, rearranging what remains when all the protective strategies and all the careful management of their own feelings fell away, is the truth. The truth about you, about what you mean to them, about the specific and completely irreplaceable quality of what existed between you that they have been unable to find anywhere else, regardless of how earnestly they searched. And I want you to hear this in their voice today because Spirit is bringing it through so clearly. I did not think I was going to reach out to you. I told myself I was done. I told myself the distance was the right choice, the healthy choice, the choice that was going to finally let me move forward without looking back. But something happened, something I did not plan for. And in the middle of it, in the middle of everything shifting and everything I thought I knew about what I wanted becoming suddenly unclear, the only clear thing was you. The only thing I was certain of was you. And I am not able to pretend that is not true anymore. I am not willing to pretend that is not true anymore. So I am reaching out, not because I have everything figured out. I do not, but because not reaching out has become more impossible than the fear of what happens when I do. Oh, guys, do you feel that? Do you feel the weight of what is coming through right now? Because this is not someone reaching out casually. This is someone who has been wrestling with this, genuinely wrestling, and has arrived through the wrestling at a place where silence is simply no longer an option they can choose. Let's see what else Spirit is sharing. Please, what else do we need to know about this contact? Now, this is interesting because what I am feeling is that for many of you, and I say many because this is a collective and it is going to touch different situations in different ways for many of you, this person reaching out is going to feel completely out of nowhere from your perspective. You have perhaps stopped monitoring your phone for their name. You have perhaps reached that specific and hard won place of not expecting anything anymore, not as healing exactly, but as the survival strategy of someone who got tired of being surprised by the absence of what they were hoping for. And then out of nowhere, there it is, their name on your screen at a moment you were completely unprepared for. Oof. And Spirit is saying today that unprepared moment is not an accident. The timing of it, the specific moment when this contact arrives, is not random. Because here is what I know about the out of the blue contacts that actually mean something. The ones that are not impulse, not loneliness, not the middle of the night reaching of someone who will reconsider by morning. The ones that mean something always arrive when the person reaching out has finally exhausted every alternative. When they have tried, genuinely tried, to feel fine without the connection and discovered they simply do not. When the weight of what is unspoken has become heavier than the risk of speaking it, that is the specific quality of what is approaching for this collective today. And I want you to feel the difference between that and the impulsive reaching, because you deserve to receive this with the full understanding of what it actually represents. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what else does Spirit need to share? Oh, I love this. I love this so much because what is coming through now speaks to something I think so many of you have been wondering, which is okay, they are reaching out. But what are they going to say? What does this contact actually carry? Is it a casual, how are you, or is it something more? And Spirit is saying it is something more. Oh, it is definitely something more. Because this person has not been rehearsing a casual how are you in the private hours. They have been rehearsing something considerably weightier than that. Something that has been finding its shape over the period of the silence getting clearer, getting more specific, getting more honest, the longer they sat with it. And what it carries, what this out of the blue text or call is actually going to deliver when it arrives, is truth. The specific, unmanaged, finally stopped editing it truth of someone who has spent a significant amount of time in the pressure of their own honest self examination and has come out the other side with something they need to say, not something they want to say, something they need to. The distinction matters enormously. Want implies choice. Need implies that the not saying has become its own unbearable weight. And for those of you this resonates for, oh yes, you know exactly what I mean. You can feel it. You can feel the quality of something that is approaching with intention rather than impulse, with weight rather than whim, with the specific gravity of something that has been earned through a period of genuine internal work rather than simply occurring to someone in a moment of feeling. Let's see what else is coming in for this reading today. Please, what else does Spirit want this collective to know? Now, this is coming through very clearly, and I want to speak to it directly because I think it is important. For some of you, and you will know if this is you, the person reaching out is not who you would have predicted. Not the obvious person, not the one you have been most consciously thinking about, not the one whose name has been at the top of your mind. Oh no. For some of you, this is someone who has been in the background, someone who has been present in your life in a quieter way, not dramatically, not intensely, not with any of the obvious signals that would have made their feelings easy to identify. Someone whose feelings for you have been operating beneath the surface of what you are able to observe, and who has been waiting patiently, privately, without any expectation that the waiting would be acknowledged or even noticed for the moment when reaching out felt possible. Soft sigh. That moment has arrived. And the out of the blue quality of the contact, the way it lands when you are not looking in that direction, is simply the natural result of feelings that were never visible on the surface, breaking through to the surface for the first time, breaking through because they cannot be held below anymore. Because what this person feels has finally exceeded their capacity to contain it quietly. And for those of you this speaks to, right? For those of you who felt something light up when I described this person, pay attention to that lighting up. That is your own knowing, recognizing something it already understood before the conscious mind caught up. Let's see what else Spirit is sharing. Please, what else do we need to hear? Oh, yes. Oh, this is so beautiful, guys, because what is coming through now is about preparation. And Spirit is saying this person has been preparing, not just emotionally, not just in terms of gathering courage, but in the real practical, what am I going to say sense of someone who is taking this seriously. They have been thinking about the words, the specific words, how to open, how to explain without over explaining, how to be honest without being overwhelming, how to reach toward you without making you feel pressured, how to convey what they feel in a way that gives you genuine room to respond authentically rather than simply react. They have been composing this contact in their mind for longer than you know, revising it, softening certain parts, making other parts more direct, trying to find the precise configuration of words that is true enough to matter and brave enough to actually be sent. That effort, the specific, unglamorous, entirely private effort of someone trying to find the right way to reach back toward you, deserves to be received with the full quality of attention it represents. Because the composing itself is the first act of showing up differently. The first evidence that this contact is not casual, that what is about to reach you was not easy to send, that the person sending it chose, despite the difficulty, to send it anyway, right? And that choosing that specific, considered, past the fear choosing says something about where they are now that the previous version of this person may not have been capable of. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what does Spirit need this collective to hear about how to receive this contact? Oh, this is so important. So important. Because Spirit is saying when this contact arrives, and it is arriving, the most significant thing you can bring to receiving it is yourself. The full, present, completely unperformed version of yourself. Not the version that has scripted a response in advance, not the version that is managing how it appears, not the version that has decided in advance what it is and is not willing to feel. The real version, the one that exists in the private moments when nobody is watching and no performance is required. That version is the one that deserves to receive this contact because that version is the one this person is actually reaching toward. They are not reaching toward a curated presentation of you. They are reaching toward you, the actual, full, complicated, extraordinarily worthy you. And the most generous thing you can offer in return is to let that be the version they find when the contact arrives. Ugh. Hear your person speaking one more time today, because Spirit keeps bringing this voice through, and I trust what Spirit brings. I know you were not expecting to hear from me. I know this is coming out of nowhere from your side. And I know that out of nowhere contacts from me probably do not have the best track record. I understand that. But this one is different. I need you to know that this one is different, not because I am asking you to simply trust me on that, but because I am going to show you, because I understand now that showing is the only thing that actually means anything. Saying is easy. Showing is where the truth of a person actually lives. And I want to show you. I want to actually genuinely, in the real and daily and undramatic way of it, show you who I am becoming. Because I think I genuinely believe that who I am becoming is someone you would want to know. Someone who is finally actually worthy of the specific and extraordinary quality of your presence. And I am reaching out because I am not willing to let the possibility of you knowing that person pass without at least trying. Oh, guys, do you feel that? Because that is real. That is the quality of what is approaching for this collective, not the impulsive, not the casual, not the middle of the night I miss you that evaporates by morning. The real kind, the kind that was built through genuine interior work and is arriving with the specific weight of something that cost the person sending it something real. And you watching this today, feeling what you are feeling, you deserve to receive that kind of reaching. You have always deserved it. And Spirit is saying today that it may be arriving sooner than you expect, out of the blue, out of nowhere, at a moment you were completely unprepared for, which, it turns out, is exactly how the most significant contacts tend to arrive. Soft sigh. Keep your phone close, beautiful souls. Not with the anxious, monitoring energy of someone who is waiting for something, but with the calm, open, completely yourself energy of someone who knows their worth and is ready to receive what is coming from that knowing. Because it is coming. Spirit confirms it today with everything that has come through. The out of the blue text, the unexpected call, the name on your screen at a moment that takes your breath away. It is coming and it is carrying something real. Trust it when it arrives, not blindly with your eyes fully open and your worth fully known, but trust it, because what is reaching toward you today has earned at least that much. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, if something here named what you have been feeling and gave it the shape it needed, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected. We appreciate every single one of you so very much. Blessings of love, clarity, and peace to all of you watching today. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And get ready because your phone is about to do something unexpected.